Hi, welcome and welcome back if you've been here before. Um, I don't know what this reading is about. I was actually trying to Netflix and chill, and I kept getting this nudge, this urge that I needed to do a reading. So I was about to watch The Secret Life of Bees, and that might be synchronicity for someone if you've watched it or you wanted to watch it, or you might be looking for something to watch. And I actually found it on Disney Plus. So that might be a message for someone. Ooh, dark cards. Dark cards. And we have number 31 and 32 here. But they were like this. Okay, so we have sea storm, calm amid chaos. And we have lady with a bosh egg, ancient wisdom. And we have, okay, I'm just cute. We have fairy of the divine hand, intoxication, distorted view, overindulgence. Okay, right now the wind is insane outside. It is August, and in South Africa, August is a windy month. So you might be experiencing some sort of storm in your life, or someone you are connected to is experiencing some sort of storm in their life. But she is a mermaid, and she doesn't seem afraid of the storm. And my bird just yelled at me because there was something else that came to mind, and he's like, say it. Okay, so she's chill. There's lightning, the seas are rough, but she's comfortable in these depths, in this type of. She's comfortable in the storm because either she's been through some things or she was created for this. And I had shared with someone the other day a hymn we used to sing at church. Master, the tempest is raging. And now the words escape me, and I know the words. Carest thou not that we perish? Something about, why are you asleep? Don't you care that we are perishing? And these are the people on the ship with Jesus, and they are afraid. And he says, the winds and the waves shall obey my will. Peace be still. Beautiful hymn. You can Google the lyrics if you want to see what it says. And it's really about, yes, it's the parable of Jesus and one of his many miracles, but we all have the ability to calm whatever storm we are facing. And we have control over who we are, what we do, how we feel, what we think, or we can gain control over our internal state if we don't have control over our external circumstances. And often the internal will reflect the external. So this might be an emotional storm for you or someone you're connected to. You might want to tap in and figure out why. Often we can dismiss our emotions when they are just indicators or a guide as to something that's happening inside, or something that's triggered us, or something that we need to be aware of. So, it can be something as simple as you're a woman and it's about to be that time of the month, and you're getting emotional because your body is calling you to more rest and more self-care, more gentleness. You want to be taken care of. Or there can be more deeper things that you were not aware of, and now it's coming to the surface. It could just be that this is what's happening collectively. We are all purging different things, and just taking the time to figure out why you're feeling what you're feeling. If this is you, holding space for yourself, or holding space for someone else if this is them. And holding space can be just sitting quietly with them, not having a conversation, just being present with them. or with yourself. This can be talking it out. This can be doing something kind, something sweet. It can be anything. And, difficult times teach us empathy, where we can show love in different ways and learn to know ourselves, and not just love ourselves in the same way that we always do. Like, if I'm sad, I'm going to just go buy a new pair of shoes, or distract myself. Finding new, deeper ways of connecting with your emotions, and really feeling it and letting it out so it doesn't stay with you. And it also teaches us how to show up for others in that same way. We are often very uncomfortable with emotions. If you are a parent and you have children, or even from your own childhood, if you displayed anger, you were often met with anger, or you were made to suppress what you were feeling, swallow your words, made to feel like what you're thinking and feeling isn't accurate or valid. These difficult times is an opportunity for deeper connection with ourselves or with someone else, an opportunity for love to show itself, whether you are the one needing to show love or you are the one needing to receive love. Our emotions are always guiding us. And then we have Lady with a botched egg, ancient wisdom. So you or someone else has so much wisdom. I'm drawn to the symbolism on her dress. And she is protecting this egg, but it's about to hatch. So it's almost like protecting some information or something or someone. Like, there's a bird in here. It could be a child, it could be your own inner child, it could be a project, it could be a new relationship. You're protecting something that's about to be birthed because it's still in a fragile state. That isn't what I usually get from this card. But that's what I'm getting from this card right now. I want to check the book to see if there's anything else from this card. The auto captions always put, when I say the word card, it always interprets it as God. Funny accents. Accents might be a thing as well. So it's almost, so this card generally is about someone being given the responsibility to keep something sacred, and it can be about esoteric knowledge or just knowledge in general. Even though the world may burn and disasters befall humanity and wars take down cities, there will always be those brave souls who will take the knowledge represented by the botched egg, camouflage it, and keep it safe so that at a later time, when the world is finally ready, we can all learn. So yeah, in this card again, there's this fire, there's this destruction happening where she is. Same thing with this calm amid the chaos. Your external environment might, my attention is going to the fires in Lahaina right now. There are natural disasters, socioeconomic difficulties. There's a lot of things happening in the world right now. And a lot of us have been through really difficult times in our lives, and we have sort of been equipped with the emotional capacity or the wisdom or the resources or something of the sort to be able to help in these times. Whether that's helping a friend, a specific person, or your entire family, or your community, or your country, there's something about you being equipped, you being comfortable, you being able to be calm when there's chaos, provide some sort of wisdom, and you may even, in some capacity, be recording this information about what's happening now. You might be a reporter, a photographer, a writer, You could just share content on social media about social issues. There's something about that. And it's almost like we are the ones that need to bring awareness to whatever distortions there are in the world, where people have a misconstrued idea of a certain class of people or a certain group of people. And my bird is somehow signaling something to me again. The more awareness we have of ourselves and the environment that we're in, we can share that awareness in a way that is going to be helpful for the greater collective. It might be that while you're going through this storm, this chaos, there is someone that shares wisdom with you and helps you to see things clearer, or the other way around. I don't know if my bird is just not enjoying the wind. I have noticed that when, like now this is just the wind, and energetically things don't feel so chaotic. I can't sense any really intense energies collectively. But like times when the Schumann's resonance is giving us energy blasts or density or the solar flares, I notice the animals, especially the birds and dogs around me, like being noisy, barking, flying around, that type of thing. And we might not be aware of it, but then it causes that internally for us. And you might feel unsettled or have physical symptoms when the energies are high. Or it could just be like if in your home someone is tense or angry, that type of energy can spill over. But having the awareness to this gives us tools to deal. We have a number 4 card, birth, another 4, so 44 is significant. 4 is a number of stability and foundation, but 44 is a master number. 8 of scrolls, 448. Oh, that seems significant. Okay, so this can be literal or metaphorical. There's some sort of birth, so it can be a child that's going to be birthed or something that is birthed. It can be anything. And then we have the 4 forces, which is a timing card, either spring or autumn. In the southern hemisphere, we are about to go into spring. So it could be about to be spring where you are, or about to be autumn. And either this thing is going to be conceived in spring and birthed in autumn, or vice versa. But it is upright, so I'm feeling like it's spring. So something could either be conceived or birthed in spring. And this is going to, it might feel scary because it's going to be something new, and it's going to be a new path. Like this is a well-worn, well-lit path over here, but she's being called to take this path that is so narrow and you can hardly see it, and it's like nobody takes that path. So you might be called to take a path that, take the path less taken, but this is going to birth something new. We have the 4 of keys. All these 4s, oh my gosh. You might see the number 4 often as a confirmation, or pay attention to what you're thinking, doing, or feeling when you see the number 4. So some obstacle is being cleared out of the way so that you can go home. And again, this is in the forest. She's in the forest there. So yeah, it might be something around family and home that is being birthed. But there is an obstacle in the way, but it is being cleared. It might just take a little bit of effort to clear it, but he's got the axe, so he has the tools to clear it. but it's going to take some time and effort to clear this. Let's see if there's anything else about the Four of Keys. So whatever you or someone you're connected to is facing, you have the tools internally, and that can be the wisdom, or you have the ability to shift energy, to alchemize or transmute energy, to calm things when it's chaotic. If this is someone else, they might have a calm energy and that's what you need, or you have a calm energy and that's what they need. You might be, or someone is being helped with dealing with their emotions. Could be a water sign, or just someone who is very emotionally intelligent, ancient wisdom, emotions, you or someone else. We are looking for the Four of Keys, and somehow it is not showing itself to me. What I'm getting while I'm looking for this is that sometimes we can't find the answer, the solution, the energy, the capacity to move something forward. Like here in this card, there's an obstacle, and maybe you aren't able to clear this obstacle because you're not meant to. Like clearly, if this guy wasn't around and she had an axe, she would try to clear the log there, or just climb over it, or go around it, or find a way. But maybe it would just be so much more difficult for her to clear it than it would be for him. Maybe you're not supposed to clear this way and someone else is supposed to help you clear the way, or vice versa. Things always work better. Two heads are better than one, kind of a thing. Everything in nature comes in pairs, and it's very possible that you or this other person always functions independently, and you're just deserving of having assistance, or they are, and you're the assistance for them. There's something about not having to do things by yourself. Like you might be the brain and they're the brawn, or you help someone calm emotionally and they are more intellectual and help you see things in a more logical way, or figure things out mentally, so that things would become clearer, because everything isn't always emotional and everything isn't always cognitive. Sometimes you need to bring different perspectives together to see clearer what it is that needs to happen. But something's happening around spring or autumn, some sort of birth. I want to just get one. Tell us about this birth, please. What is being birthed here? Four of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. I have never seen this many fours in a reading. I mean, 8 is double fours. I have never seen this many fours ever in a reading. That's insane. So you're birthing some sort of financial stability, or some sort of material stability. Maybe it's a new home, or you're moving to a new place. Something new is definitely beginning, and this might be why emotionally you're feeling turmoil, because you're processing an ending of something, or because there's change, it feels chaotic. The card for the birth, in the book says, whatever this is, celebrate. Prepare for the wonderful growth and opportunities that are about to come to you. And I have a feeling it has to do with material things. A new home, a new city, country, a new season, stability in money, but it's going to require you going in a direction that you haven't gone before and trusting that it will take you to where you need to go, and that this is a new beginning. Even though things are up in the air, you have the wisdom for whatever this is. I feel like everything is connected here. If there's more than one thing in your life that you've been trying to manifest, it's almost like your money and where you live and your family, maybe even your soul purpose is all connected, and that's how the universe works. I want to again just say that there's something here about sharing wisdom, either you sharing your wisdom or someone else sharing their wisdom with you. Sacred wisdom, maybe something about spirituality. It doesn't have to be but you prepare yourself energetically for going in this direction, or maybe you've already gone in this direction, this path that is unknown, and that's why things are chaotic, and things are up in the air at the moment, and you can't see where you're going, but you know that this is the direction that you should be going. But something's going to blossom in the spring or the autumn, depending on where you are and what season it is. I mean, it could even be spring or autumn next year. Whether this is just starting out and it's being conceived now and it will be birthed later, or this is already something that has been conceived and will be birthed now, and I'm sure you will have an understanding of what that is. We also have the 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck here. This is going to be an end to maybe a long cycle of pain and difficulty. Maybe a long cycle of anxiety and worry, fear. But it's going to be good. If this reading finds you and you resonate, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you again in another reading.